You know those days when you feel the urge to create, but don't know where to start? That was me today. I sat down, looked at my paints, and felt this need to just let go. No pencil sketch, no plan, just a blank page and a brush. So this video is me following that feeling, painting a loose flower branch in watercolor, and then adding pen lines for a creative twist. If you ever feel stuck or unsure creatively, I hope this encourages you to trust your inner artist. Let's paint together. I reached for carmine first. Something about this deep pink always makes me feel a little more alive. I added just enough water to let the color bloom and reminded myself, you don't have to overthink the beginning, you just have to begin. No sketch this time. I wanted the petals to feel spontaneous. With a big brush, I started shaping them, letting the brush dance on the paper. Some strokes were bold, some softer. Then with a smaller brush, I added little veins to the petals, delicate, almost like whispers. To warm it up, I mixed a bit of cadmium yellow into the carmine. I painted more petals, playing with the blend, and finally added a rich, thick mix in the center to suggest the stamen. It started to feel like a real bloom, imperfect, alive, and completely mine. Next, I painted a little bud. I used a creamy mix of carmine and ultramarine. Something about that combination feels moody and mysterious. At the bottom, I touched a little bit of cadmium yellow, like a flicker of light. Then I mixed a soft yellow-green for the base. That green always reminds me of early spring. I added a smaller bud to the right and a green one below the flower. Then I loosely drew a branch connecting them, letting it twist and curve as it wanted to. It started to look like a little story, a moment of quiet growth. Above the first flower I added another loose bloom, lighter as if it was catching more sunlight. I painted another branch to support it and paused. It felt like enough, balanced but not too perfect. After everything dried, I pulled out my fountain pen, one of my favorite tools. I started by gently outlining the flowers, not tracing perfectly, just following the general shape. Then I added the lines from the center of the petals outward, like little energy trails. This is always where I start to relax. There is something meditative about it. You can get lost in the lines. I added similar lines to the next flower and some expressive strokes for the buds. But for the first bud, the one I really loved, I decided not to overline it. Sometimes leaving something untouched makes it stand out more. It felt like a small decision, but it gave the piece more emotion. If you are watching this and thinking, I could never do that, please don't believe that voice. You don't need to paint perfectly. You just need to paint. And you don't need to find inspiration first. You will often find it halfway through the process. Today, I didn't know what I was going to paint. I just wanted to feel something. And now that I have finished, I do. I hope this video gave you that same spark. If you enjoyed this flowy, no sketch style with a touch of pen detail, you might love this video as well, where I do a similar loose watercolor of roses, and then sketch over them with delicate pen lines to bring out their personality. It's one of my favorite ways to loosen up and stay creative. So go check that out here. I will see you in that one.